Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. They're led out by their 6-foot quarterback. You may have heard of him. From Purdue, it's Drew Brees.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Brees. And right away, he lost the football. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he returns this to the 22. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. To throw, it's Brees. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 5. Here's Brees to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now Brees. Under pressure, they got him again. Quentin Williams, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. On the return, here comes Evans. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And now off to the races down the right side. On his horse. Touchdown, Philadelphia. James Cook, 98 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Washington offense set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Nowhere to go that time. Might have got the yard up to the 25.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now Breeze lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs?
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety.
I'm not sure they mentioned it as a goal during the week or even talked about it in pregame, but the way they're playing right now, they want this game out of reach by halftime. Not only does the safety just demoralize the opposing offense, now your guys can run out there and try to add another 6 to their lead.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Here's Hester. Returnable here for Hester.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devin Hester, 99 yards. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Now the ball comes loose. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Deion Sanders in there to record another sack. And that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long. Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. This is fielded at the 27. On the return, here comes Evans. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Look at the big fella go. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. David Njoku as the first half is winding down.
And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Aubrey now for the PAT.
And the lead is now an even 30. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Washington going to go on offense one last time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. The Eagles were led in the first half by their dynamic quarterback, Jalen Hurts. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag if it's not already.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better.
They've got his man complete.
Now inside the 25.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devin Hester, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Eagles just continue to roll. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here we go on the next drive for Washington. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Quentin Williams getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now Breeze lost the football. It is picked up by the Eagles. And it won't count for 6. He's brought down, but inside the 5. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this off? And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Breeze. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jalen Carter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. On the return, here comes Evans. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 111 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. They go play action with Hurts. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. One of the tight ends comes in motion. Cook is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Jalen Carter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Breeze. He'll get this out. And the ball is knocked out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. Powers, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Jones hit and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 140 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So.
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. A give. This is Cook. And just shutting him off there. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Washington offense set to take over again. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Now Breeze lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Being chased out left. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you can. Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this Madden Ultimate Team. And able to get this out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their new quarterback, first-year signal caller out of South Carolina.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Throwing is Rattler. And right away, he lost the football. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a first and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
So the Eagles now, they'll be in great position here to start things out. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there.
On the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players and one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
Here's Hurts to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. T.J. Hockenson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Aubrey good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. A costly mistake there in the return game, and that is not how you want to answer an opening touchdown.
Yeah, and your defense is asking you a lot of questions right now because you're already down 7-0. You turn the ball over, they've got to go right back out there to try and keep it from getting to 14-0. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Rattler. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Call it no gain there, and they've got a ways to go now on 3rd down. To the air is Rattler. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up with safety.
I'm not sure they mentioned it as a goal during the week or even talked about it in pregame, but the way they're playing right now, they want this game out of reach by halftime. Not only does the safety just demoralize the opposing offense, now your guys can run out there and try to add another 6 to their lead.
And that flag accepted. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Up the middle they go. It's Austin. Fighting through it. He's got space. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 60 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Aubrey good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 23. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Rattler. Flushed it, and they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hey, Silver.
Back to throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. T.J. Hockenson doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Eagles are pouring it on. So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in a first quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Under
and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Bradler wants to throw it.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Let's take it at around the 40.
On the return, here comes Evans.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense.
He's got him in, complete.
Now he breaks free in the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devin Hester, 98 yards. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Back to throw.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Nolan Smith.
My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fielded at the 33.
On the return, here comes Evans.
And out now come the Eagles. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here, don't end up in the end zone, ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football.
There he goes, left side.
Across midfield. He's on his way. Devin Hester, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles have got it on cruise control. Aubrey now for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 22-yard scamper. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And that will set him up in excellent shape. First and goal at the 9-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
They set up the screen to Emmett. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Emmett Smith. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles extend their lead yet again. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devin Hester on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles just continue to roar. So that is going to tie an NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in 1 game. It was first done by Sid Luckman of the Bears in 1943, then by Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 54, and now that mark equaled here in this one. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to...
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the... Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. We now proceed to the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Now Hester will get a shot. The Eagles offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Calvin Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 98 yards. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Niners offense and Spencer Rattler getting ready for this next possession.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready, go. Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Quentin Williams able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Rattler from the gun, third down. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by the former 49er, Deion Sanders. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Calvin Johnson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Austin. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. 83 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Smith is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it looks like the defense has got it. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Go Silver, ready?
Throwing is Hurts. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. From the 29, here's the 2nd and 5. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the shotgun, Rattler. Eluding the pressure right. And oh, he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out.
Go ahead. Hey, 73.
Hurts sets up to throw it. CeeDee Lamb, and they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Aubrey now for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here's Smith as he'll try to run some clock. He's still on his feet. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
That's good for an Eagles.
Up the middle they go. It's Austin. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Aubrey now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll stop him at the 1-yard line, but small consolation there following the turnover. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Rattler working out of the gun. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Aubrey now for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Fielded at the 20. On the return, here comes Evans. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you can hope for in the National League.
Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, excited for this one. Partner, what are we looking at here as this game gets rolling?
You know, I think this game is quite interesting in the fact, Mike, that I feel like before every week's matchup, we sit up here and we talk about quarterbacks and the passing game. And obviously, that is the direction the NFL has been headed for the last couple years. But in this matchup here today specifically, I think both these offenses want to flip that on its head. They want to control the clock, time management, ball control. Don't be afraid to punt the ball away and play defense. It's a little bit of an old school philosophy, but you have to do whatever it takes to win each matchup. And I think both of those formulas of these two teams are very similar.
We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And we're underway here in South Philly. And this is going to be out of bounds. Flags come in. That is a brutal mistake to start the game. Opening kickoff, out of bounds, brings the ball to the 40-yard line.
Automatic first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. It's another run here for Williams. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. Third and 6. He'll drop to throw. The ball's out. The Eagles have it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time, and leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
63.
Throwing to begin. It's Hurts. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. And he's into the end zone. CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. On for the PAT is Aubrey. It's up and good. And the Eagles move out on top, 14-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Samuel going to see what he can do. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Wow, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. He is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Eagles looking terrific here out of the gate. Already up 21-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Now, a loose football. Oh, a loose football. That'll be picked up by the Eagles. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. You give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this.
And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 93 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He has come out of the gate smoking. His 3rd touchdown, all in this opening quarter of play. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Samuel, going to see what he can do. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense. You talk about everything going wrong. A big deficit. All you want is the ball and a chance to get back in the game. And now, Greg, they hand the ball right back to him on this kickoff fumble.
Mike,
oh, man, left wide open. Good play design there. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Eagles. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Samuel, going to see what he can do. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. And the defense has it. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So what a start. You don't always get 3 possessions in the 1st quarter, let alone 3 TD passes in the opening frame. Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles keep widening that lead. It is now 42-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Hurts to the air on first down. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. Here's a run. And he will score again. Touchdown, Eagles. This is quickly turning into a virtuoso performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. Samuel, gonna see what he can do. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. They'll come up here. First and 10. Off the play fake. Hurts. He's got his big tight end. T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Now Aubrey for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles stretch things out even further. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Samuel, gonna see what he can do. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. The Packers offense ready for this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. On the ground, it's Allen. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he coughs up the football. And this is taken in by the defense. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. And a deep hole gets even deeper. This has been one-sided right from the start, and this first half nightmare continues.
In a league, Mike, where we see so many close games and there's such parity, every now and then it just seems one team is just clearly dominant, clearly in control of the game, and so far in this first half, that's what's unfolding in front of us. We'll see if they can get back into it in the second half, but up until this point, this team is in complete control.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He knocks it through. And the Eagles will add one more onto their big lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Samuel, going to see what he can do. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Packers offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. That is Jalen Carter, the Georgia product, barreling in for the sack. Remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. This one complete right side. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. Now they'll set up to throw. He fumbled the football. The Eagles have it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it. Some teams...
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Eagles. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Eagles add on to their already sizable lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Samuel, going to see what he can do. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Packers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Samuel has it on the slant. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Finding space at the 40. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Back to throw. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Second down and 8. Back to the air one more time. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So we've reached halftime here in South Philly, and the Eagles are on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. The Eagles were led in the first half by their dynamic quarterback, Jalen Hurts. He had a half for the ages, touchdown pass after touchdown pass. He threw a month's worth of touchdowns in just those first 2 quarters of play.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has given the folks who put together our highlights a lot to choose from. Came out hot, has not let up. Touchdown pass after touchdown pass. The defense left grasping at straws, trying to figure out how to slow him down. He has had some kind of game. On first down, it's Hurts. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be second down. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Now Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will extend this third quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Samuel going to see what he can do. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we take you back through the highlights, there aren't many of them from a quarterbacking perspective. He's been unable to sustain a lot in any of these drives and does not have a touchdown pass to this point. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. And you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds. The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Fielded at the 9. And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. 1st and 10. Backed up to his own goal line. Hurts. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. From the shotgun. He's got his man complete to Johnson. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 95 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a first down. At the very least, give our punter some room out of the end zone. But not this guy. He's thinking taking it to distance, and that's exactly
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. That'll be picked up by the Eagles.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
And he's going to be out of bounds. They mark him up near the 35-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Hurts. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. So we are through 3. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. A first down throw for Hurts. Oh, Lamb all alone, wide open. And he's into the end zone yet again. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Eagles. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the 4th.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Samuel going to see what he can do. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Throwing now from the gun. He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
He'll drop to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll throw out of the gun. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, on comes the Packers punting team. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. This is taken at the 25. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Hey, Greg, this has been something to watch. Let's go through some of these highlights. Touchdown after touchdown after So they come to the line for first down and 10. From his end zone, it's Hurts. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. He's inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 99 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. The ball comes out. The Eagles have it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with a turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are, and I think that's exact.
And he will do it himself. He's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Eagles will open it up even further. here in this fourth quarter. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Samuel going to see what he can do. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Hurts to the air on first down. Got a man left side. It's caught. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Samuel going to see what he can do. Now on the return, he has lost the football. And when we talk about momentum and trying to stop negative momentum, it's moments like this. Not only did you just give up the big score, but now, Greg, they've got to get that defense back on the field after the fumble.
Yeah, and on one sideline, you're riding high. I mean, the last two plays could not have gone any better. And then on the other...
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. On for the PAT is Aubrey. It's up and through. And the Eagles are able to extend the lead. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. Samuel going to see what he can do. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time at
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
So here are the Eagles now, backed up to start their first drive. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for...
There he goes, right side. He's got a full head of steam. The race is on. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Emmitt Smith, 99 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. So here come the Eagles for their initial possession of the game. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent, too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down.
And right away, he lost the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Emmitt Smith with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. Buying time to his left. Stroud is hit and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Smith running wide side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Emmitt Smith doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the... And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it is 28-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Here's Stroud. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was it 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Emmitt Smith. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable.
And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 8.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Nolan Smith.
He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when,
look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. 2nd and goal from the 1. Try to punch it in with Smith. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Emmitt Smith punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead. So it's a high 5 for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game as he draws ever nearer to potentially making a run at an NFL record. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Stroud out of the gun here. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Play action. Stroud now. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Receiver downfield. Offense.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Play action. Here's Stroud. A quick throw there is incomplete. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. On the return, here comes Evans. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
they're focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. 25 at the 24. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. He's on his way. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devin Hester as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Aubrey good with a PAT. And a routed is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, Stroud is hit and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now...
And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Well, the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there, with now his 2nd touchdown of this third quarter. And the Eagles are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Aubrey good with a PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now Stroud. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nolan Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken right about the 40. On the return, here comes Evans. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Inside handoff, Smith. There he goes left side. How about this? He's to the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Emmitt Smith, 85 yards. And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And that now 6 rushing touchdowns for him. And that ties him with Alvin Kamara, who on Christmas Day of 2020 also went for 6 touchdowns. And this is quickly turning into one of the great individual performances in NFL history. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Stroud to throw it.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Robinson up the middle.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to board Charles and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Stroud working out of the gun.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And got his man complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game.
And shutting him off, now open field.
Now he's loose again. Inside the 20.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
And out now come the Eagles.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was.
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it showed.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane.
Here we go now with Smith. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about...
And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Stroud. That's out wide here for Robinson. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Quentin Williams able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Welcome in, everyone. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt on the call for you for this one. And I'm sure a lot of people in attendance and watching from home, Brock, they've already got the winner made up in their mind. But I'll tell you one thing, we've got a sideline down there ready to dispel that eye test.
Well, all that talk before the game is just that. Talk. You can look at past performance. You can look at metrics. You can spin any numbers you want. But we're about ready to kick this thing off. And from there, it's anybody's game.
Here on first down. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. May now finds Laporta. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. May now from the gun. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Now on 4th down, A.J. Cole headed out to handle the punt. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Takes this in at the 25. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be their football. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by a QB coming into his 5th NFL season out of Oklahoma. It's Jalen Hurts.
As you're running onto the field with this kind of field position as a quarterback, you're reminded yourself and your huddle. Hey, let's be disciplined. Got to be on the details here. Got to take care of the football.
Space on the right. He's got room. He cuts it left. There's room to run. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Moore with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the second time this game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Second and 15. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. May. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Starts the return at the 34. Tried getting creative, but the coverage team read it all the way, and this return loses yards. New series coming up following the punt. And the Eagles will take possession. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back-to-back carries here. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. And time runs out before they get the snap on. That's the end of one. Neither side separated. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Now motion Johnson right. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that 1st down, and he went and got it.
Through the second level at the 40. And he's finally brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. It's the 2-minute warning now from the lake. It's the Eagles with 2nd and 6. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
Continuing to dig, he's inside the 25. And he's finally taken down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal. They give it to him up the middle. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for 3rd down.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy.
And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Eagles will add to their lead at the end of the half. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Moore with a return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Chiefs getting out there on offense one last time in this opening half. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 9 yards on the run, and we've reached the end of our first half. The call came in before the teams even hit the locker rooms. We're skipping halftime. We're starting the third quarter right away. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. So to begin the third quarter, the Eagles offense returning to the field. And whether it was their game plan or not, they were pretty quick to realize the ground game, yeah, that was working. And they made that the centerpiece of what they were doing offensively.
Yeah, the great thing when you get a run game like this.
Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. At the 20. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Moore with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Chiefs. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he gets him around 6 there. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Bails out of the pocket quick. He tucks it and takes off. And this one does not go far.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
May not have throw on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Okay, that's one of those situations where it's just a double whammy. Number one, you can't afford to give up a possession and waste a possession like that. And number two, to do it so quickly. A 3 and out in that situation. Listen, if there is a path to a comeback, and that's a big if right now, it's going to take sustained drives, and a 3 and out just devastating on that possession.
The Eagles and this running back headed back out for a new series. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone, but through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
And in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
It's a 21-yard gain, and that's good for an Eagles 1st down. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Going to the ground again on 1st. Great run here. He's across the 35. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. All right, set now. 1st and 10. 16 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades.
And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles were running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Eagles continue piling on to this lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Moore with a return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. To the air on first down, May. Avoids some trouble there. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Tackled on the play by Cameron Jordan. Second down now, 7 to go. They just get the play off. He's throwing deep to the left side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Broke through the tackle. Up to the races, middle of the field. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Moore with a return. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now May coming off that pick. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. That's caught by Hollywood Brown. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And he's been one of the players of this game. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. Secures this at the 17. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. He picks up 16 on the good return. And they're going to take over position. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles rolling here in a laugher. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They give it to him again. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. 20, 15. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Eagles continue adding to an insurmountable lead. That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Moore with a return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem? Defense wouldn't let him. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate. And I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense in this.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Eagles take over after returning it inside the red zone.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Back to the well again. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Eagles throwing 6 more on the blowout. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Eagles tack on 7 more to their lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Moore with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. So it's an Eagles win here.